Hey everyone, welcome to Three Crosses Farrier Company. Today we're trimming a draft horse. To start out, we're going to start by cleaning out the foot, getting all the dirt, grime, and horse shit and rocks and anything else that's trapped in the foot. And then we're going to start paring out the foot. You'll see just the sheer size of this foot, the massive commissures, massive bars, massive frog. Everything about this foot is massive. It's spring where we're at right now, and the hooves are growing a lot faster than usual. So she's definitely a little long and needs a trim today. So when I trim draft horses, I usually go right to my nippers. I don't go to my knife right off the bat. I'd be here all day trying to use my knife. So first off, we're going to start by nipping out that bar, getting all that cleaned up, and at least getting a start at it. Now I'm going to take my knife, run it around the inside. I get the comment a lot that draft horses are not flat-footed. That's not completely true. Many draft horses are flat-footed. Most of the draft horses I do are flat-footed compared to other breeds. The reason that is because of the sheer weight of their foot. And when I say flat-footed, I mean they're wide and there's not super deep concave looking feet. The goal in our trim is to have a concave foot. Something that doesn't allow immediate sole pressure. We want the weight to be distributed around the hoof wall. The other part of this hoof that helps with weight and the distribution of impact as the horse walks is the frog. So it's super important to have a healthy frog. What you see me doing here is taking all the dead tissue off that frog. And when I run my nippers, I run from toe to heel on both sides. And I do my best to nip flat. And when I say nip flat, I want to bring that in a straight line from the toe to the heel. Not a lot of divots, not a lot of gouges out of the hoof wall. And this will help me later when I'm running a rasp and allow me to run that rasp more efficiently and in less time with a rasp. I get the comment a lot when I'm trimming draft horses, usually on TikTok or Instagram. They're like, why are you going so fast? Because I'll have it sped up to 2 times or whatever. Why are you in a hurry? Why do you say it's important to be efficient? The reason it's important to be efficient is this is not a natural position for this horse to be in. So we're doing our level best to be efficient so that she doesn't have to stand here longer than she has to, because this isn't natural. This isn't where she wants to stand. This isn't what she wants to do. She'd rather be out in the pasture eating grass, and this isn't where she would hold her foot normally. So we're trying to be as efficient as possible. So here we're going to unload sole pressure. We're going to go around with our knife and take some of the sole out a little bit and just relieve the quote-unquote sole pressure. Reason we do this, again, we're trying to have most of the weight borne on the laminae and hoof wall. That's where it's meant to be borne. It's not meant to be borne by the sole. The frog helps cushion impact, but again, it is not meant to take the full weight of this foot. The idea is that there's a slight concavity to the foot, specifically in the sole, so most of the weight is borne by the outside of the foot, the hoof wall and the laminae, and then the inside, the combination of the sole and frog, support the rest of the weight of the horse. It's said that horses have 5 hearts. One heart is the one in their chest, and the other 4 are one in each foot, the frog. The frog helps pump blood through the rest of the leg. So when the blood reaches the frog, it helps force that blood back up the leg and back into the heart. Having a healthy frog is paramount to a horse having a healthy foot. Now again, here I'm running my nippers along the outside of the hoof wall. This is, again, another method of saving a little bit of time. When we go to rasp, we're going to come back in with the rasp and we're going to clean that all up. So the other day, when I was trimming Lakota, the draft horse here, I ran out of vet wrap, which is usually what I use to hold the feathers out of the way. And I got to thinking, I was like, well, I have saran wrap, which I use when I'm doing epoxies and dental impression to keep the foot clean. And I thought, I bet that would hold the feathers out of the way. It's cheaper than vet wrap. And I wonder if it'll do just as good a job. And it does. It does a great job. It's super easy to use. I'd actually recommend this over vet wrap or any of the other methods that I've heard about. Super easy, and I have it in the truck all the time. And when you're done, you just pull it off and you're done and you go about your day. Again, same deal. We're running our nippers around the outside, kind of taking off some of that flare. People don't see this done very often because most people have not seen draft horses trimmed. Draft horses are kind of a specialty. Not a lot of guys do them out there. I enjoy draft horses. They're definitely harder, but they're a lot of fun. It's something different in the day, and most of them are gentle giants. And they just are really friendly and just want to be petted and played with and loved on. And Lakota's no different. She likes to be petted and loved on. She's kind of a big 2,000-pound baby. Here I'm running my rasp in the same direction as the hoof grows naturally. And I'm getting rid of distortion. I'm getting rid of flare. What causes flare? Weight causes flare. A lot of people are like, what how do you, what is it? Why is my horse flaring? It's because of the weight. When a horse is born, like a foal, freshly born, their feet are perfectly shaped. It's not until the foal gets up and starts walking around that the weight begins to distort the foot. And the way that he walks and everything determines how that foot will grow. So in Lakota's case here, she has a lot of weight on these feet. It pushes that hoof wall out rather than down. So that's why it's important that we come in with our rasp and we clean up all of that flare. And if we don't do that, it will just continually get worse and worse, and the foot will begin to what we call run away with her. And so we'll have a big old long toe, and the heels will be slung way forward. And as that happens, the foot becomes less and less functional, and it will eventually end in lameness. You'll see her moving back and forth on the jack a little bit here, and that's due to the fact that she was leaning on me a little bit, and she doesn't even have to try very hard to make it a little difficult since she weighs so much. Well, that does it for today. Hope you all liked the video. Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments.